What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy G Waterz, the Soul of the Streets. This episode, this week, we have a special episode. I'm here with three of my great friends who are also Janet Jackson fans, and we're celebrating the birthday of Miss Janet Jackson. Happy birthday to the Queen!
Woo!
Happy
Birthday,
birthday,
Janet!
Janet. Woo!
Happy birthday,
We
JDJ.
love
Yes,
you.
yes,
Hey,
yes,
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 Janet!
yes.
the
We love you. We
queen.
love you. We
Yes.
love you. And
Oh
this
my
show is in
goodness,
dedication to
yes.
you for being such a dope artist, a dope woman, a dope black woman. This being everything that we needed to be who we are today, because you've been
Mm.
a great inspiration to
Yes.
us all, the world. But we ain't talking about that right now. We're talking about us. But we love all our JM fam. You feel me?
Yes.
So let's do a roll call. I'm G Waterz. I'm from the Bronx, also known as Gus from the Bronx. Um, anyone can go.
Hey, I'm Ray
Um,
Shawn from Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
Originally from the
I'm oh, sorry. I keep cutting you off. I'm
Originally
sorry,
from
brother.
where?
Huh?
Originally from
From
where?
the East Coast, the Bronx, Boston. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A little new addition up in there. Okay.
Okay.
Shermaine?
I'm Shermaine. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. Hey, that's who I am.
Come on, PK.
Okay.
Hey, everyone. Good morning. Pamela, a Jersey girl, now residing in Minneapolis.
Hey.
Hey, what
Woo! Well, it's a pleasure to have you all on the show. The special show there is, and I never thought that this show would bring me to a place where I could talk about things that I like, music things that I like, and everyone that knows me know that I don't like Janet. I love her, and I know that along this journey, I've met some other people who love her as well, and it's dope to be able to celebrate her birthday. What she's turning this year? Who knows? Who knows? Because she's still looking at 30. So how old is she turning? I think 50,
60,
60, 50.
60 and 50, 68?
I think 59.
No,
58,
50.
58.
59.
Yeah,
59,
59.
59.
okay.
She don't look it.
Yeah,
So
No, she
yeah.
don't.
Oh.
No,
and she don't move like it. You know what I mean? I see a lot.
no,
I
Sure
see
she
a lot
don't.
of
don't.
see a lot of the artists today. I mean, they're not even moving.
I can't even move.
They barely grooving, but she's still moving and grooving, and we appreciate her for doing that. So yeah, like I was saying, I never thought that this show Solar Streets would be able to grow to be able to have a conversation, to about the Queen. So basically, what I wanted to do is just celebrate her, and with fans who I know I've seen her with. I've seen her with Shermaine. I've seen her with Ray Shawn. I've seen her went to Minneapolis and saw her with Pam, and then I saw her like so many other times. But you know what the experience of seeing Janet live is just one that you never forget. One, if you
Hmm.
haven't seen it, if you're a fan and you haven't seen her live, you're doing yourself a disservice. You just hopefully you get your situation together and get some tickets and go see it. So I want to start off with Shermaine. Shermaine, what was your first Janet Jackson experience?
Oh gosh. You mean concert or you mean just in
And
life?
Janet in life. What
Oh,
in life? What's your first Janet
I mean,
experience?
I'm telling my age here, so I know Janet from Good Times and
Mm-hmm.
Different Strokes. So I don't know her energy and stuff like from back then. I just love her demeanor and I just love she was just so pretty and just so sweet. I just loved her from there, but I was still kind of young myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, I just followed her from Different Strokes to Good Times, and then you know, not Good Times, excuse me, Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And after she left Fame, when she started trying to break into do the music thing as Janet Jackson, and she was just labeled as Michael's little sister, I still was rooting for her because I still love Janet Jackson, the Dream Street album. I still rock all of those.
Yeah.
I still loved her then, but then when she came out with Control,
Ugh.
oh my goodness. And I felt like, I was having some struggles within my own family trying to gain some independence, even though I was being dramatic. But just the
At five
control.
years old, you was trying to get your independence.
Exactly. I'm trying to get some independence, get ready to run away and put on control and stuff, and saying I when I was 17, but I was like, I don't know, 12. You know what I mean? Just everything about her and just like how she became just more confident in everything and more assured of herself and everything. Just really just I don't know. I just fell in love with her personality, just the way
Mm-hmm.
she danced, just everything. And my cousins and I, we used to all be in here at my house, and we used to all do the dance moves. And unfortunately, two of my cousin passed, my mom passed recently.
Mm-hmm.
So those memories are just so great to me of just thinking about all of us here in my house doing Janet. So Janet, pleasure principle, all of that just is memories that just Janet is my life. That sounds so
Come
crazy,
on.
but every memory I got that's great, Janet's been riding with me. She's been
Right
with
here.
me.
Same here. Same here.
So I can go on for days and I don't want to monopolize the time. So, Janet is my life and that sounds crazy, but she is.
I get it. Ray Shawn, what about you?
Oh man. Damn, I was an army brat, 19, I think 86 or maybe 80, no, I think 87 in Georgia. We was in Fort Benning. And I'm playing in the playground and I'm hearing the hard beats of like Nasty and give me a beat. And I just heard this. It was a neighbor playing the music. And I was like, who sings that music? Like, who is this? Like, and I heard she would play it every single day, the whole entire album. And I remember asking my dad, I was like, Dad, who sings it? Because my dad was into music. He loved like music and, he was like a DJ and stuff, part-time from the military. And I asked myself, who is this girl who's the singer that this lady keeps playing? And he was like, that's Michael Jackson's sister. And I love Michael Jackson. And I didn't even know he had a sister. And I was like, he has a sister? And he's like, yeah, and I said, I want that music. I love it. Like the beats were hard. And I just remember the lyrics, what have you done for me lately? And Control and da-da-da-da, da-da-da. And I was like, I was probably like maybe 9, 10-ish. And I just remember just like listening to it and loving it. And my dad surprised me with a cassette tape player with the Control cassette in it. And I played it over and over and over again. And ever since then, I've been hooked. And, forward into like as growing up as a teenager, like you said, friends coming over, we did dance routines, we did choreography. I learned how to dance through Janet Jackson, and being inspired to want to be a dancer or even be an artist completely. Like, you know what I mean? Like she inspired me heavily. Her and Michael was like my number 1 and 2. Like they were everything. And yeah, so that's my story. So I'm still the number 1 fan. I love her. That's my girl, and I gotta die with her, man.
Yep,
All
that's
right.
right.
I like it. I like it. I like
That's
it.
right.
Pam, what's going on, Jan fam? How did you get your start being a Jan fam member?
I'm going to say the same from the very beginning, even before Good Times and all the TV shows. There was something about Janet and Michael and the other brothers too that resonated with me. I have an older brother and I was always trailing behind him. And there was just something about Janet and that connection that she had with all of her brothers, but specifically Michael, and my brother danced and did talent shows. And one of his favorite things to do was Michael Jackson in the talent shows. So there was just something about Janet that resonated with me from when I was really, really little. Her spirit has always from jump just been a beautiful spirit. She's not that much older than me, so I feel like our lives age-wise, as far as the journey that she's been on, being the younger sister, trying to break out into her own, have her own story to tell, as others have said, get control of her own life. I felt like it was running parallel, and so her music just always spoke to me and where I was in my journey of life, again, not being that much younger than Janet. And then, of course, like others have said, the dancing. I remember being in the basement every time, MTV, when they were really showing videos, I'm in the basement trying to mimic. That was my workout. I'm trying to, mimic all of Janet's, whatever choreography she was doing, I was doing. And just grew up doing that every time she came out with a video. When I would go to her concerts, I would be the one, not the only one, but in my little group, doing the dances with her because I knew all of the choreography. So again, and just watching her personal growth and journey and just seeing her flourish from being that little girl following behind her brother to really making her own way, not just as a musician, as a dancer, as a writer, as an actress, all those things. And I think the other thing I will say is that what really resonates with me is that she has stayed true to who she is. She really did come out from underneath her brother's shadow, from underneath her father's shadow. She really did grow into being her own individual and human, and being exactly the person that she wanted to be, despite others telling her this is what you should be doing. Janet was always going to be like, I'm the queen. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And not to quote the great Janet, but I'm going to do it my way. So.
Nah, I like that. I like that. Well,
I like
my
that.
first introduction, my brother, my older brother, was a Jackson 5 fan, so he would always have like the Jacksons playing. So the Jacksons has just been in my world forever. And then I remember him dancing to Enjoy Yourself, and just feeling like the Jacksons was part of, like, we was all part of the same family, and then I remember watching the show when she would dance with the brother variety show with the brothers and the sisters and stuff like that. Seeing little clips of that, and they just was always entertaining us and being a great role model for Black families to enjoy and to have something to do, to stay out, outside, stay from outside, getting in trouble and stuff like that. So I've benefited from that, and then I remember my brother having like LaToya Jackson on the wall from Right On magazine. Then one day he brought the Janet Jackson poster, the big one, went from Dream Street, and it was like over my bed, and I would wake up to that every day. I was like, oh my God, and I just fell in love. I just fell in love with everything she did. It was like she just kept getting better and better and better. She kept looking better, like everything. I mean, it's like we saw her come up, like we saw her come. It was a part of her journey, knowingly and unknowingly. Like she was just a part of my life, and I just don't want her to go away. So
Yes.
you know what I mean? Because she's been she's inspired me to go to school, renovation. You know what I'm saying? Like she brought me back, got me to get my diploma. So I'm just so thankful for all the things that she's done musically, and just being an artist and a creative as well. Just seeing the different things that she's been able to do, and so confidently. And even when she's not confident, she's confident. Like she owns every aspect of her artistry, from her floors to what we think is perfect, to like the things we think is perfect. She shocked me several times. Say, you know what? I was insecure here. I was insecure there. I was like, wow. And you would never know it. So it's like she's just a shining light. Has been a shining light to me. So that's some of my Janet history. And we're just here to celebrate you, because Janet, you are the best, damn it. And that's all I got to say. Put me on a planet where everybody like Janet.
Yes.
Well, I think that's one thing you said, this about her not wanting her to go away. She hasn't gone away. I mean, even with the birthday coming up, not that she's by any means getting older, but man, like we were saying prior to us starting, she's still, you think that she's still in her 30s, so she's not going away and doing her own thing. She's also, you can see the legacy that she has left in the current artists, who, when I watch videos, I'm like, yeah, that was Janet in Pleasure Principle. Janet did this. Like, you see her legacy.
As recent as this new Beyonce tour. When I see Blue Ivy, I'm like, that's Janet from.
Yes.
Like I see the sharpness and all that stuff. Like
her movement.
Beyonce is the queen of her generation of what she's doing right now. But Janet is the queen of Beyonce's generation.
Yes.
And
Correct.
she's always gonna go back to the roots. When someone wants to do what she's doing, she's gonna lead them to the greats. And I can see that she's led Blue Ivy to the greats. And Blue Ivy is doing a mighty, mighty great job. Executing those steps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of the legacy that Janet has put forth, and everyone is following it. Not everybody gets the credit, but you don't always get the credit that you don't necessarily need the credit. The people that know.
Yes.
And we see the influence, and we thank everyone just for keeping Janet's light shining.
Yeah, even down to Aaliyah. Janet influenced Aaliyah greatly. I mean, the singing and dancing, that's not an easy thing. You know what I mean? And to dance the way they dance, they just move so effortlessly and just so. As many times as I've imitated the choreography, everything, just her influence is just amazing. It's just spanning on and on and on and on, and I love that for her. Coming out of Michael's shadow, because everyone always just say that's all she's gonna be. is Michael's little sister, and that's not who she is. She's like,
That's
I'm
not all
Janet,
she
damn
is.
it.
That's not
I'm
all she
Janet.
is. Yeah.
That's right.
Fact.
I'm Janet. Period. That's who
Right.
I am. I'm Janet. I'm not just Michael's sister. I'm Janet. Period. As she
Yeah.
put on her
Okay.
album, Janet. Period.
So let me ask you all this: is there do you all have a special song that's in your spirit forever for Janet that she's created, that she's inspired? You know,
Ooh.
Uh, if I go, it's lonely. That's just
Oh.
that
that's
song did it.
that's
That song, I
that
play that song on
song.
repeat. Like,
Yes,
that song really got me through
Ah,
everything.
right.
that song is still getting me through
Yeah.
my current life situation now.
That
Right.
whole
Still,
album, just is like you just play it from the beginning and you just can't skip.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the first cassette tape that I bought and it didn't pop. Because I didn't have to rewind it to go to the next song. I just,
Yeah.
wherever I stopped, it was good enough. I'm gonna keep it right there. Keep it right there, man.
Yeah. So that
What about
lonely.
you, Ray Shawn?
Oh man, it's so many, but Lonely's one of them, definitely.
Mhm.
I was actually listening to that album like what, a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
going through some stuff, and I just like turned it on, and I just felt so much better. I felt like free. I love the knowledge. The knowledge is really
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, I can't be dumb being a Janet fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't
She
be
can't.
stupid. You know,
She nope.
you can't be a Janet fan
Yes.
after Rhythm Nation came out. I was like, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna be on this journey as a fan of Janet. I said, I got to go get my diploma because I just
Yeah.
can't be a stupid Janet Jackson fan. I got to graduate.
right.
Illiteracy.
Right.
No.
No.
Before Rhythm Nation, I said illiteracy. What the people say
No.
about me? Yes. No. Bigotry. Maybe.
No.
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 Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
they had
but
so
I'm
many
sure. I
great.
mean, and then when that thing on W, well, I'll get to that. My favorite moments, but you said what was your song? The Knowledge, Ray Shawn?
Uh, well, yeah, the knowledge, lonely.
Mhm.
What else? Damn, I can go on and on.
There's so many, right?
There's
That's the
so
one.
many.
On and on, on and on.
On and on.
I think every song from her like has meant something to me. I was going
Mm-hmm.
through something in life, and it has always healed me. You know what I mean? When I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
learned the Jackson song, it just gave me that healing power, that strength
Yeah,
to get back up. And you know what I mean? From crying, laughing, like dancing, it's just so many emotions that is into her music that is just unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all of them.
yeah. I like it.
I can't pick one.
If she put it out, it meant something.
It's
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's so
Yes.
true. That's so true.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was gonna say like there, yeah, all of them, but it depends on the day, like because there's so many of her songs. She's in all of her songs, and you're experiencing her emotions and her mood depending
Mm.
on which song it is. Like when you asked that,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that came to my mind was Again, and I don't know why.
Mm.
Mm.
Because there's
Mm.
always something that like with her songs that trigger something.
Mm.
If you ask me tomorrow, it might be a different Janet song, but today it's
Mm-hmm.
Again. But I would say for that song, again, you could tell what she was feeling in that song,
Mm-hmm.
even with like her voice was just so fluid and chill, but there was still
Mm-hmm.
so much emotion in that
Mm.
song. And so
Mm-hmm.
today Again would be the song for me.
Nice, nice. For me, I would say, my favorite song that gets me that I just throw on, Better Days.
Mm.
Mm.
Better
Mm.
Days
Another
from the
one.
Mm.
All For You project.
All for you, Pop.
That song is just beautiful. Like the music of it, the flow, the arrangement, the background, and her background vocals be so bomb. Like,
Her
Yeah.
background vocals be hidden,
Right.
hidden,
like
Yeah.
I've never,
hidden.
not to go into any controversy about what they say about it when they speak on her vocals and stuff. I'd be like, do you know how hard it is to stack your vocals, and then not just to stack them, but to create a presence of vocals
Yeah.
that just shine and help
Mm-hmm.
the song become even more than what it is. Like, shouts to Jimmy and Terry and all the
Mm-hmm.
producers and stuff that's been able to help her, push her sound. Because those background vocals is just, her background vocals are
Mm-hmm.
amazing, and just the tone of her voice is just very soothing. So
Yes.
yeah, I love everything about her. Like she's just perfect to me. So and also to you all. So is there a favorite Janet moment that you have?
I guess I'll take it away.
Yeah, we start with you, Shermaine.
Shermaine. The Grammys, what was that, 1987?
Yeah.
The Grammys, when she did that performance, oh my gosh, she was stunning. And she was in that black, and the way she commanded the stage and her sass, and when she hit that flip, woo, when they flipped her, and just her attitude and just the way she commanded the stage, like, I am here. Like, excuse my French, but I'm Janet, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I am here. Don't confuse me with Michael ever again. I have my stage. This is my stage. I am here. Ooh, that performance. Oh, and the way she moved and she danced and
yeah,
I
that
could go
performance was
on.
so crazy. They played it. They played that performance on the radio. That song was like that version of they played that on the radio. Like that was so crazy.
And she was like, "Wait a minute, I forgot something." And then she came back. Does that mean, son?
She looked so good. She looked so good in all black. She didn't have to show.
Yes.
She was like, you know, and that
she didn't have to show. It was just popping out.
Right. You know, and she was always sexy without showing her skin.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I mean, later on, she kind of started showing a little something, something. But back then, it was all about her talent.
Her skin was sexy from Good Times, and everything about it was sexy. Everything, Good Times. She older than me, so I can look at her and think something. So yeah, she was always sexy. The skin, I don't care if she dressed, if she had everything covered up. It was still sexy to me.
Gosh, thanks.
Oh man, oh my God.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, come on now. So what about you? You finished with yours, Shermaine?
Yeah, I'm finished. Wait a minute, I forgot something. No, I didn't.
Okay. Oh man.
Yeah. What about you, Rick?
I would say the VMAs, 1993.
Yeah.
That when she came out, she did
That's the way love goes.
And she butterflied her ass off.
Yeah, she was butterflied.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was in awe that day, man. So excited to see her perform again, and she looked so good. She was sexy. She was she was in her element at that time. That album itself was iconic. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was my moment. I was like, wow, yeah.
Man, so you had every other moment before that, because there were several before that moment, and you was a fan since Control, so you were just waiting. And when that one moment came, you was like, wow.
Yeah. It was like another level. It was another level.
Took it to the next level, like.
Because she wasn't. No, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, like, because you never know where she was gonna come, how she was gonna come back.
Exactly.
And if I could throw in there, her live performance remixes is always off the chain.
Yeah.
Always. She always remixes her live performances of songs, which I love. When she does, the TV performances and stuff like that.
True. Yeah, she puts in a lot of work with everything. Every detail is going to show you the experience. What about you, Pam?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We all over the place.
I'm so excited.
I'm sorry, Janet, but we love you
so much to say. There's so much. Yeah. No, but Shermaine took mine. The Grammys was like, and just to add on to what you said, it was amazing. It was all of that. But then, like, I feel like everybody else that just wasn't, they were clueless. Were like, wait a minute, Janet Jackson. Like, they didn't know until like the Grammys. But so my second favorite, I would say, because the Grammys was my first, was the Black Cat concert. It was just the energy in the room. She always commands a room, but it was like there was just this flow of electricity going through the entire concert because of the performance and the songs. Say again.
The video. What concert? The video?
Oh, the video.
No, the concert.
Wait, the Black Cat
concert. Yes.
Not the VMAs, because she performed at the VMAs too, Black Cat.
No, I'm talking about the concert.
Okay.
But
Johnson.
there wasn't a Black Cat
Oh,
concert.
she's saying at the concert. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
Black Cat,
saying.
yeah,
You know,
the
what
live
tour?
performance. Yeah,
What
we
tour was
got
it?
you. I was here. I was here.
Okay, thank you.
No,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I
Okay,
just want to know what tour was. Was it the Rhythm Nation or the like?
nope.
Isn't that the number one
Because that the Black Cat was off of Rhythm Nation,
for
so
Rhythm
it could have been a
Nation?
Rhythm
Maybe
Nation.
okay, then maybe it was the Rhythm Nation one, but it was. I think what stood out for me at the concert was Black Cat. I just remember it so vividly because it was like electricity was in the room, and everybody around me was just dancing. There were little girls dancing, and and because she just captures no matter how big or small the venue that she's in, she captured it. But in that moment, I just remember just being electric, and all eyes were on her, but everybody was we were like all in sync. We're all in one when she performed that at that concert.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. My favorite moment was seeing her, and I was looking for footage of this. Seeing her the first time not in concert, but she did a performance for the Ice Capades in New York one year one winter, and it was snowing like crazy, and my pops got us tickets to go see it, and she performed, I think it was "What Have You Done For Me Lately" and "Nasty," like 2 songs from Control, and I was just waiting. I was just like waiting for the next time to go see her, and that was, we had to wait a long time. The Rhythm Nation, but yeah, that's my favorite moment, seeing her at the Ice Capades. I wish I could find that footage somewhere, but that was '87, so.
Somebody got on VHS.
They didn't put it on YouTube yet.
Right.
I was searching, so maybe now somebody will be like, "Oh yeah, somebody remembers that." Da, 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 da. I even got scammed. My next time I got scammed by some they took all my Janet Jackson concert money. I was online all night, and then I got scammed by somebody some I don't want to put no race out there, but I know who you are, my brother. They told me to put my money in a bag.
Oh no!
I did, and then I went and and then I was so happy I had all this money on me on my way home because I wasn't able to get the tickets because the tickets sold out. So I was gonna go buy me a new stereo, and next thing I know, I go to pay for the stereo. It's nothing but a bunch of damn paper in the bag. I say,
Wow!
Yeah, I got scammed. Poor thing, I know it. For the Rhythm Nation tour. Yeah. And then I went to see it in Pittsburgh for the first time because that concert I wasn't able to get it, but I did eventually go to that concert. And then I stayed outside all night. I took the Amtrak to Pittsburgh and stayed out all night. And in that concert, I saw my first brawl at a Rhythm Nation concert. Can you believe it? With white girls.
What?
Tearing up black history moments.
Right? How dare they? How dare they?
And that was
during the knowledge.
Wow.
I don't remember the song, but it was the Rhythm Nation concert, so I'm sure it was something smart.
And that was back then.
Oh man!
Wait outside to get tickets. Remember the line?
Yeah.
Lines, and they would sell out in 25 minutes. Man.
Those were the days experience.
Those were the days where you used to have to call on the phone and be on the phone for hours and get hung. Like caller number 7. Yeah, caller number 7. And you're supposed to be calling number 4 and like call number 7. And they would hang up and you would be on the phone for hours. Man, I cried when I couldn't get tickets. I got tickets, but I cried.
Yeah, the turmoil we go through to get the tickets is like, it's crazy.
Yeah, God had me. God had me for that Rhythm Nation because I tried everything and I cried and I was in here moping and everything. And then my cousin last minute, she was like, I got tickets. I want to take you. Like, yeah, that's
so. How many times have you all seen Janet? Shermaine, how many times have you seen her?
I've been to pretty much every single show except for, and you know what show I'm going to say, Gus?
The next
you and Nicole, I will not forgive y'all for this. Was the not the Discipline for you. Yes, was the Discipline tour. Well, I'm not gonna put him and my cousin on blast right now, but that's the only tour I didn't go to. Other than that, I think I've been to pretty much every single one of them.
Outside of the Vegas shows? You've been to
I
the.
haven't been to Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas. Other than that, all the, the ones that were here. I've only even went to Atlantic City to go see
Okay.
her. So
Well, I
yeah.
want you to know that Discipline show was nice. It was good.
Actually, to me, it was one of her best.
Come on, guys.
Yeah,
Come
because
on.
and if I could tell you why, it's because she had the audacity to perform Young Love and Don't Stand Another Chance. Yes. She brought it back. So she had the audacity to do that to me in that year. How dare she?
How dare now you and Nicole we're not gonna talk about this now. Okay, go ahead.
So all right, so you've seen every show, so and multiple times too, right? Some of them?
Yes, multiple, yes.
And what about you, Ray?
Same thing. From Rhythm Nation to the current one.
Come on now. And
come on now.
I'll see like her twice in the city, go to another city, see her, go
You gotta have a nice little coin to be a Janet fan.
Yeah.
Like she
That's
keeps
a
you
fact.
she
That's
keeps
a
you
fact.
working. Janet keeps us employed.
She keeps us employed.
It was worth every penny, every word. So yeah.
Yeah, because it's really an experience. Like it's something to do, So what about you, Pam?
I'm like you, Sherman. I've been to all the concerts except for Discipline. I did see her in Vegas a few years ago, which was amazing. And then about a month or so later, she was here in Minneapolis. She did an outdoor concert.
Talk about that one, because that one was iconic too. Oh my
God!
was.
I mean, I was debating like, was it the Rhythm Nation tour? Was it this outdoor tour at the casino? Because I felt like I was on stage with her. It was just so personal. She was just raw in herself, in her plaid shirt tied around her waist. She just looked like it was just really authentic Janet, like when she's just chilling at the house. But yeah, and I've seen it multiple times. I'm still trying to figure out, am I gonna make it to Vegas this year? It's on the back of my mind, like I need to go because it's Janet, but yeah.
She'll be back.
Yeah. She'll be back. I mean, yes.
Yeah, she always does that.
One thing I've learned is that when I think it's over, they announce another one. So
always.
Like she's
I was surprised when I'm happy she's back in Vegas, and it's not the same show that I saw in Vegas that she's doing right now. But yeah, I was surprised that she was that she's back in Vegas so soon, because it was just a few years ago when I saw her in Vegas.
One thing Janet said when she was a kid, she says, in the Jackson family, we all work.
Yeah.
Beyonce's doing that now. Look at Blue and the little one. They've been working since they were like 5.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. You gotta, and they're doing great. Like it's just that all I could see on that Beyonce footage is Blue Ivy just killed it. Like it's not even Beyonce's show.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's her daughter's show.
And then I see All For You, right back to All For You.
Yeah.
The inspiration. So now what now, because Janet has done so many movies, you know what I'm saying? So like over the course of her career, she's blessed us with sitcoms and blockbuster movies. She's had a full career, and I'm just so excited to see what next role she's gonna tackle and see how it moves. Because it's like it's a little boring out here musically, not getting new music from her, because you can get. I see Shermaine looking at me like I'm crazy, but it's boring out here without Janet dropping new music. Like we need some new music.
Black Diamond. There's that Black Diamond.
Black Diamond. Shit, I'll take a white diamond now. But we need some new music. But it's boring. As far as I love that she's touring and she finds new ways to change up the set and bring songs like B cuts to a concert that we love. But it's time. Hopefully, she feels the same. We want the music when you feel it's ready, Janet. But I'm hoping that you feeling that it's ready sooner than later, because I need to go back to somebody's record store and buy an album again, because I just don't. Nobody's gonna make me go out and buy the physical copy.
Only Janet.
Yeah, that's the last physical copy of music that I purchased was Unbreakable.
Nice.
Well, no, I'm lying. Janet and Jasmine Sullivan. Sorry, but yeah, Janet. Yeah.
But that's good. That's a good one. So I didn't even know she had. Well, I did get Jasmine Sullivan, but not the vinyl. not, well, I didn't get the vinyl for. Yeah, Janet was the last one I bought from the store. Everybody else,
no.
Apple Music.
Yeah, no, I go to the store for Janet. I get my physical copies. I got my copies. I literally I pulled out my stuff, pulled out some of my stuff, just some of them trinkets for today.
So what I was trying to get at was these movies that she's been in. What's your favorite movie that she's been in? Let's start with you, Shermaine.
Why did I get married to see the emotions, and then to learn that she was really going through them.
Yeah.
Just, we know that Janet can do it, but then just to see how those scenes where she's breaking this stuff and she's crying and, I miss seeing Janet doing serious roles like that. So that's my favorite, movie. Why did I get married to? So
like seeing the older Penny.
The older Penny, yes, seeing Penny now.
Penny
fight back, Penny, fight back. No more irons. Please come. No, yeah. Okay, sorry.
What about you, Ray?
Same one. That's because she like kind of developed. I mean, because Poetic Justice was like she was younger. It was just like we were getting introduced to her acting, like, even though she was acting before. But I'm saying like, and to see her growth from that to part 2, Why Did I Get Married? Part 2 was like incredible to see. Like the emotion, like you said, that she had, and just the ability and the range that she did. It's like she put everything all in a blender and just made it her one of her best performances in that particular movie. I love it.
What about you, Pam?
Well, besides Why Did I Get Married? That was going to be one of mine, but the scene in For Colored Girls when she's with her and he had given her AIDS. Listen, that scene was, you could feel the fire in that. I mean, that hatred. And she was just acting. Man,
you doing all the
feel it through the screen. Like I wanted to punch that dude in the face myself.
Right. You felt it.
I wanted to kill him just for the fact that it was Janet. Like, how dare you?
Right. It always starts with, well, it's Janet. My first thought was like, you don't do this to Janet. And I'm like, well, she's acting. I'm like, but still.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could, the energy
like
and the
he's really trying to stop us from getting a new album.
Right. But the looks, and even her look, the short haircut, just the attitude, she was killing it. Like,
that whole movie, like she would, because she's just got such a beautiful spirit and she's so so that whole movie was it was 180 to who she really is. And she had to be so cold to everybody in the movie. But of course, because she's Janet at the end, you see that she's compassionate. But that one scene with the husband, man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Take you and your AIDS. Ooh, you and your HIV.
Chills.
Well, I love all her movies, of course. But one of my favorite ones was The Nutty Professor 2.
Okay.
And that was a good one. I thought that showed her comical side, how she could bounce off of Eddie, who's one of my favorite comics. So it was exciting to see just that, them work together, and it was and then the soundtrack was just amazing as well. Like everything she attached her name to just brought more life to than just what it, not just the movie. There was a song, it was like we really anticipate, her fans really anticipate music from her. So at the end of the day, I hope what really stands true, but what sticks out with this show that we're doing, Solar Streets tribute to Janet Jackson, happy birthday, is that we want new music.
Yes, we do all the time.
We do always.
We know you work hard, and we know you work hard, Janet, and we know that you your mom now, and Issa is doing what he got to do and keep you busy, but put him on a track. Put him on a track.
That's true. Yes.
Put him to work. He's old enough. Put him to work. He's a Jackson. He better be working.
He's right. He's a Jackson. He should be working at this point. Yes.
and like you said, in the Jackson family, we all work. So
Right.
And you say he plays all the instruments and he does all the things. So we want to celebrate him and see what you've created, so we can be excited, because we love you and we love everything about you. So God bless you, Miss Jackson, on your 59th birthday. 59,
Yes.
I believe 59 years.
Right.
Wow. I can't. I mean, like I said, she's been my life. Just like I said, I was going through my stuff to show today, and I was just like, wow, this isn't even my full collection, but I'm just looking at
Right?
like Jet magazines I got
Yeah.
here, Ebony's I got cassette tapes of Come Back to Me, was it
Baby, I
Bebe I
mean,
mean? I have that.
skin
Like
I'm in.
anything her name was attached to or she was on, I bought it back then. Like that's how my love. If it was a tiny article, I bought it.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
Yeah.
she did a
Every
snippet,
magazine.
everything like the Mo Money soundtrack
Even the
with
Black
her
Hair
and Luther.
magazine.
Right.
Well, can we talk
Yes.
about her singing with Luther
Oh
Vandross?
my God.
How
Yeah.
many people can duet with Luther?
Come
Right.
on.
It's freaking
And,
Luther, and she held her own on
and
that
he
song.
wanted to do it with her. Like, that's the key. Like he's wanted to do that song. Jimmy Jam Terry said that he wanted to do. He said, "I'll do a song with you, but I want to do it with Janet."
Mm. And she held her own because
Yeah,
that's
she did.
Luther. Like she held her own with Luther. So that says even with Johnny Gill, the skin
Yeah.
game, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Janet can hold her own. And I argue with people a lot when they're like, oh, she can sing. It's just because you're not, doing runs every 5 seconds doesn't mean that you cannot sing.
Right.
Janet can hold her own.
And
She's
she can
held her
run.
own.
Her runs are
And
her runs are intentional.
And her
yes, she does.
melodies
She
are
can
incredible.
run. She
Short and
can.
intentional.
Yes.
Everything about that's what she does intentional for you to feel
With
and to
intent.
yes.
Yes. So she
Yeah.
just don't be running here just to hit it. Like when she does it, like you said, it's intentional. But like I argue with people all the time, like, oh, yes, she can. Your ear, you need to fix your ear
Yeah.
because just because she's not screaming and hollering, all over the place doesn't mean that she cannot sing. So,
And when I tell people, I say, listen, well, she sold a lot of records and she didn't sell it rapping.
Right.
mm.
Fact.
Well, a new agenda, she had Chuck D on there,
That's
so
a fact. And then we can't forget about the one when she was
Yeah, well, shoot, she
And
done
we,
did some rap too.
yeah, and we all had different versions of the song because we couldn't really understand the lyric, but we had our own version.
Right.
Well, I read the lyrics in the magazine, so I understood. I understood in the album cover, so I knew what the lyrics was. And I hated to have to sing them, but it was Janet, so I give myself a pass to sing and wild out to Janet.
No, I was one of those that studied and kept playing and rewinding, playing to learn all the sounds she made, the stops, the breaths. I'm one of those, so everything. So I knew sitting over here, sitting in my chair. I knew everything. So yeah, I knew, I knew it all.
Oh, and another great performance for me was when she did Saturday Night Live the first time, and she did
Yeah.
Anytime, Any Place
Yep.
on that
Oh
chair.
yeah.
Oh, I wanted to be that chair so bad.
I
Oh
know
my
you
God.
did.
Baby.
And then when she get
That
dropped,
chair needs to be put up for auction.
On the Hall of Fame somewhere.
oh, the Hall of Fame. Yes, that
I wonder if
that
that's the
chair.
same chair that she used in Miss You Much, because I sure would love to miss that chair. That chair was
Hmm.
amazing.
That chair was
Or Pleasure Principle, because she
Yes.
got a thing with these
Got a thing
chairs.
for
That's
chairs,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
I've heard myself a lot of times trying to do that
trying to do that,
chair
right?
thing. Yeah, that Pleasure Principle, trying to get off the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No. I do the line there. I'm gonna break my neck
yeah.
and do the pleasure
Right.
principle thing.
You did a
Favorite favorite video.
No, that's hard.
Pleasure Principle.
The pleasure
Pleasure Principle.
principle or if between the two of those are my two.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say because it was just her by herself.
Yeah.
Just no backup
Oh,
dancers
yeah.
going off.
Yeah, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, I would
Going
have to
off.
say Pleasure Principle and oh my God, what's the other one? Control. The concert, that
The
whole
concert,
the concert,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
That was dope.
Yeah.
It kind of told her story with Bologna, like using those characters and stuff. It kind of
Yeah.
brought back. It's like you really on a journey. Like it's like everything had intent. Like she has a journey and she's not afraid to utilize it as she continues to grow as an artist. I think that's dope. Like she's gonna bring a little flashback. So you remember this?
Yes.
You remember
I was
that?
like, Penny, you leaving home, Penny? What?
If you all could ask Janet one question, what would that question be?
Ooh.
That's a good
Can I meet you?
You've met me already. You have all my
That is true. That is true. You are in my home. Yes, you are.
But can I be in yours? No.
I, for me, I think like what keeps you going, like, you know, because being just a regular person, I get tired of going to work and just doing my, you know, my everyday job. And to be an entertainer is so much harder because it's, you know, so much criticism and things that people say about you. And, you know, what makes you keep coming back to us? You know what I mean? When you've established yourself at this point, you don't have anything else to prove, but you still come back to us with new things. And, you know, what keeps you coming back to us?
What keeps you coming back to me?
You know, yeah, you keep coming back to me. Sometimes we don't deserve you, but you keep coming back to us.
I can answer that one for you.
What is it?
Shermaine, I do this all for you.
For you?
Ray Shawn, what about you, man?
And I think I'm gonna you're funny. I think I'm gonna ask Janet, what does she think about the current state of music today? What does she feel about like these artists that are out now and the music today?
Is there a specific time frame you are you talking about, or you just talking about in general? Like you want to put a stamp on it?
In general, I just want to know what she think about. Well, no, current. Let's do current. Yeah, what she think of the current state of music?
Is there a current state of music?
I don't like it.
Yep.
What is the current state of music?
That's why she's not inspired. I don't know. Is she inspired? I want to know, like, does she see anything? Does she like something? Who's her favorite?
I wonder if when Michael Jackson passed, but they would always go back and forth with albums and stuff. Like I could always see the inspiration from Michael, from when Michael dropped and Janet dropped, when she started really, you know, doing the thing crazy. I could see the back and forth in my mind that, okay, I'm inspired. Like, and it's like since Michael's passed on, maybe the inspiration could have switched. I know it switched for me, so I wonder if it's, you know, she was so close to him, so I wonder if that's, you know, if that's a thing. Maybe one day she'll answer. Let's see.
When you get
Pam, what about yourself?
When you get a chance to ask her, you can ask her that. I think that's a really good question. You know, I feel like because Janet gives us what she gives us, her authenticity, all the things, her sweetness, her beautiful spirit, all those things. And then having read the article last year or whenever, when she was talking about she really doesn't like doing these interviews, that was like a little bit of a crack into like, because she always just gives her best effort and puts her best foot forward. But then to hear her say like, I don't really like doing these things, but I think I want to go like a little bit deeper and like ask her like, well, what's your greatest fear? And not like, and take failure off the table, because that's not even an option for Janet. But like, what is you've been around for almost 60 years. You have done everything. What, or maybe it's not much your greatest fear, but what's one thing you would like to do that you haven't done yet?
I have an answer for you.
Okay, please, Janet, let me know. Janet?
Well, Pam?
Yes, Janet.
One of the things that I would truly love to answer this question, and that's just to meet G Waterz.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it was coming. I was preparing myself. I knew you were going to say that.
Also meet you, Shermaine and Ray. That's the answer.
Okay. Beautiful. That's the right answer. That would be the right answer.
That's the correct answer. I'll take it.
You know, and I think what I would ask her is more just I would save my questions because I know she doesn't like questions. So I would just say it's more of a statement. That's just thank you for all that you've given us musically, you know, just giving us something to reach for. And everyone needs that person to look to for guidance and stuff like that. And we may not know you personally, but the way you've lived your life has been one with purpose and just giving us a reason to think positive, to be positive. You know what I mean? There's so many artists out here that be depressed and just see their life on their show. They wear it on their sleeve, which is nothing wrong with that. So, but it's just dope to see someone who's been able to go through a lot of trials and tribulations and wear it with such class. Because she's been through so much. She's been blackballed. She's been, she's things that's been done to her. It's just not fair. That not even today, fair. Like the stuff that people, it's just not fair. Like, she doesn't deserve the negative treatment that she's gotten within this industry. Like this industry really owes her some respect. Absolutely. And she gets it. And she gets it. She gets respect. But it's like there needs to be a true resurgence of Janet. Like
I agree.
She needs to be number one. Well, and the fans are going. We're gonna, when she puts out this new music, we don't know what stage she's at right now as far as the overall population of people because she hasn't dropped anything, since the documentary and the things that have pushed her back up to being number one again. So I love the fact that she's getting love with Someone to Call My Lover, and like these older songs are getting new life and stuff like that. I think that's dope for her and dope for us. And it's also just great to see the younger generation get to know her and appreciate her and just grow with her the way that we have, So I'm looking forward to more experiences and moments with my girl.
Yes.
So this has been a Solar Streets tribute to Janet Jackson turning 59 on May 16th. And I just had the idea to have this to celebrate. I was like, how could we? I mean, because I could just put a picture up and and that would do whatever for whatever, because she has so many great pictures that you can, it's always good to post a picture of her, always good to see her, but it's like, this is the internet, you know what I'm saying? And you can do mighty things on the internet, and people are really, I started the show to support music and to speak to artists, and I was like, and this is a real thing for me. So I was like, I need to use my platform to say something to her, and not just me say something. Let me share this platform with people who I know, love, and respect her as well. So I could not have done this without you guys. It started off like oh, you bugging for doing it. You're a stalker. You're just you're not a stalker, but just an OD Janet, like just going too far. Like, but I was like, I'm a stick with my plan, and I'm glad that I did. It was dope. Thank you all for being a part.
It's fun.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad G Waterz, you decided to do things your way.
Yes.
Because I'm in control.
You are in control.
Right. Like I said, I am
in control, and I'm never gonna stop.
That's right. That's
How
right.
can people for other Janet fans who would like to connect with us and follow us on our journey, and because we're all doing our own thing. Like, if you don't mind, would you like to share anything about yourself, Shermaine?
Like what?
Like
Blood type. What you got?
Just to give a little insight of anything that's on your heart that you would like to see, any change you would like to see, anything, something for the people.
Something for the people?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough question, sir. You know I got some things going on for myself right now. So for the people, I just want us to all get along. You know what I mean? Taking it back to Rhythm Nation. I just want us to all get along. The world is crazy enough. I just want us to get along as people. Black, white, just people, humans. We are human. We all bleed the same. We all look the same on the inside. I've seen it. You know what I mean? Like, just love each other. That's it. Love is the message. That's it. That's all I got.
So basically what you're saying, Shermaine, is that we were all made for now.
Yes, we were made for now. We were made to love each other. Rhythm Nation, all nations, every nation.
I love it. What about you, Ray?
Love it. Unity. Let's get together. Let's just make things happen together. Let's keep love throughout the world and keep Janet's spirit alive and her legacy.
Yes.
Let's keep moving.
Nice.
Keep moving. Yes.
And what about you, Pamela?
Piggybacking, yeah, let's go back to Rhythm Nation, bigotry, no, racism, no, all of those things. Play Rhythm Nation and let that seep into your DNA. If you are a Janet fan and you're at the concert, or not at the concert, but whatever, you're a Janet fan and you're cheering her on, recognize that she's a Black woman. And if you can cheer for her at a concert, you can cheer for all the other Black women out here that are going through the same struggle. Don't just be a fan when you feel like it. And in that space, be a fan in your real life.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
I like this.
I like that. And on and what I would like to say is that sheesh, that was dope. That to all my adults who are with children, with child, and or just have access and influence on children, I want them to know that they're living in a world that they didn't make.
No, really, that song is actually what's happening now. That album is what's happening now.
And
That's just so
what we
crazy.
teach the children is what they're going, what they see from us as adults is what they're going to copycat. So I think it's very important that we are more aware of what we put out there and what we show, and remember that the children are watching us, and we must lead and try to lead without foolishness. Because I think that's a big part of why there's so much foolishness, because I don't think the adults are really adulting and conscious of what the kids are seeing.
Right.
You know, so with artists like Janet, you know, she's helped push that forward. So I want to continue that, and thank you all once again. And do y'all want to give your social media? Or I'm just gonna pin it. I know y'all not heavy on the social media, you know. I know.
Just pin mine.
Just pin it.
Right. Just pin mine. Yeah.
All right. And Ray, what about you? Just pin it.
Yeah, pin it. Yeah.
Pin it. Y'all gonna know who it is because I'm a pin it. But you can follow me on the Hype NYC. This is the Soul Streets. Happy birthday, Janet. We love you.
Happy birthday.
Wishing you many more, and of course, the new music. Don't have us waiting too much longer, because we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you good. Love you. Peace out, everybody.
Later. Nice meeting you guys.